Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to ZeldaSpeedRuns, and welcome to the A Link to the Past Crosskeys tournament. We've got a nice winner's bracket round 2 match for today. We've got Incoherent versus Mystik Gaming. I'm F. George, I'm just gonna be stream taking for today. And on commentary for today, we've got Tyler W. How are you doing today? Hell yeah. We've also got Adilor and Lord Aubergine tracking today, so do give them all your love as well, making sure that we have accurate information on stream. But we're about to start here, so good luck to the two racers and enjoy the match.
Well, this is awkward. Apparently, chat says I can't be heard.
Sorry about that. We weren't able to hear you because had the VC source misconfigured. Sorry about that. You are live now. Sorry about that. They can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. That's a mistake on my part.
I feel the love.
That was me setting the voice call source to monitor only mute output by accident. We are live now. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. Well, I think everybody, we didn't miss any much. Alright, so far nothing of importance here. Dark Room on Incoherent side, Mystik finding out that Pyro Castle is, Though a small key to Turtle Rock is in the Sanctuary. The Sanctuary will lead us to its normal location. Well, it's not bad. Alright, looks like Mystik is heading over to do the Houlihan strats. Oh, dearie my. That is a hook shot on the Useless Berry, which is the Lumberjack Cave. Luckily, we can go in and grab that right away. That is a nice find. If Mystik checked Uncle's drop down there where it originally is, I missed it and did not see what it was, chat. So, if anybody sees that, be sure to let me know. Alright, so Incoherent now with some monies. We can go out and buy some stuff. Go buy the bottle merchant up there at Kakariko Plus. We find a bomb shop. Oh, Useless Berry. Okay, Useless Berry was at Uncle's. Alright, looks like Mystik is heading down through the southern route. And welcome, Raiders! We enjoy you. We just barely started this Link to the Past randomizer with Incoherent and Mystik. Only 3.5 minutes in. We did find Hookshot at the Lumberjack Cave, which is over at the Useless Ferry spot. That's about the biggest thing that we have found so far. Ooh, but our stun reward is 20 rupees. That'll be nice. You ever need some quick cash, stun an enemy, pick up 20 rupees. Alright, Mystik taking an option here to load up on some bombs here, and then using those 50-50 drops. while Incoherent finds a shovel. Ooh, and we have the well at Lumberjack Cave. Now, hopefully that doesn't mean that Angle 1 is required or will be required, but you never know. That is 5 items we're going to be leaving there for a little bit. Mystik finding out that the cane of Burna is over there at the race game. Well, that's a nice location for the Lumberjacks, right there at the library. So once we find the mirror, it's a miss. We'll be able to check that one very quickly, but we won't know for sure if those are required just yet. Ooh, and Misery Meyer, where are you at the fortune teller's hut above Kakariko? And Hyrule Castle is found out in Solar's hut, or his location there. Oh, but Ganon. So I'm looking at both of them, and they're fighting great stuff. So Ganon is there at the Magic Bat location. And at the well, we find Uncle. Uncle's hiding in the well today. Yeah, nothing like a flathead shoveled right to the head. Okay, so nothing from Uncle, just some money and some bombs. Ooh, Todd is in CAC today. Might as well take a quick dip down here. But Incoherent is going to chase Spiral Cave here. Interesting play, Fairy, first off, because it is a one-way connector. Finding lots of money, though. Oh, but it does lead us out to Dark Death Mountain. We are finding lots of things early. We've got the back of desert here. Mystik will steal that key, so... That will allow us to check the rest of the front of Desert Palace once we find it, but we will need to find that Desert Palace small key in order to actually beat the dungeon. I'm gonna go check that shovel, and only finds 20 rubies for a shovel, but it's good to know that you don't have to worry about that. Now, Mystik will not follow what Incoherent did and travel to the Dark Death Mountain. Yes, I can listen to this music all day from Mystik. I'm listening to his stream. I can't tell whether or not we are streaming his music. I'm thinking so, but they do have the Twilight Princess Zelda sprite, so I'm assuming because of that we are listening to Twilight Princess music, and it is grand for me. Of course we cannot. But Mystik will take a bit deeper look here into Hyrule Castle. Incoherent did not do this. Really only check that first chest with what we have available to us. We need some other type of weapon to get further on in here. So can't follow Mystik for using bomb strats. Okay, Mystik heading back into the depths of Hyrule Castle. While Incoherent will find Ganon over there at the Magic Bat location. Incoherent doing the same dive, both players diving Hyrule Castle. Incoherent won't be too happy with what we found so far, but it will all depend on what's down here in Zelda Cell. And a big key to Misery Mire. Well, that's nice to find. Mystik will head up into the sewer location. We'll see what's on Dark Cross, and we'll also potentially, depending on how far Mystik wants to go, even to the back of a sanctuary where we can look at those 3 chests. And only a piece of heart back there. Mystik going to check out other locations. Incoherent has been it's already checked. Alrighty, well, Incoherent will check out one of our connectors here in Hyrule Castle, and it does lead us up to Death Mountain. That's a great find for him. Lots of different things we can do up there by checking entrances. Alright, so Spectacle Rock holding a small key to somewhere, and we find another Dark Cave here on Incoherent side. And if I recall my Dark Caves correctly, I believe that this will be the old man's cave that Incoherent is in. Alright, Incoherent will deliver the old man, get a check, but also, maybe more importantly, we'll have another save and quit point. Okay, old man, let's have the Quake Medallion. The fine Solar Shalarsh. Solar Shalarsh hiding in the back of his closet at the Tower of Hera. And to answer a question in chat for you, I apologize, I can't even pronounce names today. But we know where Ganon is because one of the drop locations, the drop locations are mixed between one another, and Ganon's drop, when you drop down from his fight, if you fall down, it lets you out to that one location, and that's what our runners have checked and have found. Alright, Mystik also following in Incoherent's footsteps and finding the Death Mountain entrance from Hyrule Castle. And Spectacle Rock Cave only holding a full piece of heart. And a Turtle Rock entrance. Alright, with that hookshot incoherent, we'll check over here on Eastern Death Mountain. Check all the entrances down here. And we find Laser Bridge. Eastern Palace Big Key. Ooh, fell down the hole. Probably was planned, probably not. I have no idea. But we'll probably go back and get those chests. I know if this was me playing, I would have been spending about 20 minutes in here and probably would only have that first chest. But the ice rod is there at the top of Laser Bridge. For me, I know for me personally, that's a great find just because ice rod can be anywhere in the world. Yes, no ice rod hunt today, friends. Ooh, and Bumper Cave will lead us out onto Eastern Death Mountain. And we find Super Bunny Cave. And that's a nice small key to find, the Swamp Palace small key. Alright, Super Bunny Cave will lead us to the Dark World Shopping Mall. Which leads us to Sick Kid. Unfortunately, no bottle means no check. Alright, so our old man leads to one of the dead-end drops over there in Desert. Probably not the most kindest of spots, but it does let us check down here. And we find Ice Rod Cave. Ooh, Mystik having just a tiny bit of trouble there on Laser Bridge, but with only 4 hearts, can't really blame them. Ooh, Ganon's Tower. Not a ton we can do here right now. Again, go down and check these 2 chests right here. we do find the sewers key. Well, the place is still technically out of logic until we either find a glove, or if I recall correct. Oh, dearie my, that is a moon pearl. Well then, looks like we'll be finding those boots if we want that moon pearl. Alright, the Quarreling Brothers here. Ooh, leads us out to a connector out there on Mimic Cave. Can't check the light world side yet because of no mirror. But luckily for us, we can go back through that connector. In the meanwhile, Mystik is finding Super Bunny Cave, and we'll be checking out the rest of the Death Mountain there. Okay, there's one of our entrances to desert. Now, this is interesting. Oh, no, wait. I believe it was Incoherent that did find the back of Desert Palace and took that. No, he did not take the small key. I apologize. Well, speaking of GT, there's one of its small keys. Pod and Misery Meyer are in Kakariko, boy guy. I don't believe we have found Tower of Hera yet. Or Swamp or Skull Woods yet. And yet another entrance to desert. The other entrance leading us out to Dark Death Mountain. Mystik about to find out that Moon Pearl is out there on Ganon's Tower Torch. An incoherent finding Spectral Rock Cave. Mystik did go to GT. They did find the Moon Pearl, and they'll check those 2 chests. But Incoherent finds Thieves Town. Thieves Town here. We can check the 4 front chests, but without that big key, we cannot progress further on. Plus, we kind of want some weapons. And if I recall, it has just been bombs up here in Thieves Town. Speaking of Thieves Town, Mystik finds the small key. Now, they did take the small key from the back of Desert to check these chests. So if Desert Palace is a required dungeon, we will need to find that small key somewhere out there. Ooh, and Incoherent finds one entrance to Paradox Cave right there over at Eastern Palace. Now, Mystik did find Hookshot Cave that Incoherent did find, but has bombs, so we'll be able to check this. Oh, and flutes! Incoherent finding them, I believe that was at flute spot number 5. And Incoherent gonna go cash in those boots immediately and go get that Moon Pearl from Ganon's tower. Well, at least now we can open chests in Dark World. Mystik, if they check all over there at the Eastern Place, they should find the boots here momentarily. Check out some of the other entrances over there as well that Incoherent has already checked. All right, and we're going to look at the miner area here. Unfortunately, no mirror, so we can't check a lot. Not finding much over here in the miner area. So incoherent will take the Hyrule Castle connection back. Ooh, Mystik trying to death warp there, but unfortunately had a fairy in the bottle. Find a tavern over there on Dark Death Mountain. Alright, incoherent going over here to check out Bonk Rocks. While Mystik heading down, looks like almost to the miner shed to get their boot, and we'll be able to go get their Moon Pearl from there. I guess we're not checking out some more Dark Side Death Mountain, probably because they've already been up that way. And incoherent heading back up to Death Mountain, while Mystik Gaming going to go get their Moon Pearl. Death Cabbage is giving incoherent a little bit of trouble there, but not much. Makes it through. Alright, oh, incoherent going back to check this entrance over here at the Dark Shopping Mall. And we get nothing. Alrighty, incoherent doing some fake flippering to get over here to pod area. Yeah, Stoomblader, I'm starting to wonder the same thing. Where is a decent weapon? It's not uncommon, but still at this point you're like, okay, I could probably eliminate some things here. Yes, the seed is starting to become a little silly. But at the same time, we all love it. Okay, so nothing so far over here in the pod area. Incoherent first step over here. Mystik Gaming? Mystik is heading over to do some flake flippering, possibly? Yes. Alright, so Mystik looking to see what the hobos got for us today. What are they hoarding underneath that bridge? Unfortunately, just 20 rupees. Alright, incoherent going back to Hookshot Cave. Probably going to be fairly disappointing what they find. And it looks like Mystik Gaming is heading up towards the Zora area. Alright, so just a bloopy over there on the ledge. And a 10% return on your investment. Alright, Mystik's gonna take a dip down in here into Mire. Interesting play, but 46 minutes, not much, a lot more you can do without wandering the Dark World. And if I recall right, I don't think we've seen the Light World Shopping Mall. Unfortunately, no gloves, meaning we're gonna have to orphan that location. It'll lead us out into the north Dark World, so that's actually a pretty decent location. Mystik using the ice rod as a weapon in there. We fight, and Aga's Tower is in the secret shop there in Dark World. Now we do know Will is at the Lumberjack location, so defeating Aga would be required in order to check those 5 chests there. But we don't know if they even hold something, or it could be just a bait, or whatever it may be. Looking like Mystik didn't find anything of value over there in Misery Mire. That's unfortunate. Ooh, an incoherent finds Hype Cane. Nice to Steve up there giving you bombs to go check the back 4. Yes, we did check Shovel and it was just a big 20. Yeah, I give that one probably a 2 out of 10. Okay, quick map check there. I did see Skull Woods as a crystal, and I believe I saw Ice Palace as a crystal as well, but don't quote me on that one because I didn't check it fast enough. Ooh, Big Key to Desert. Yeah. Look like Mystik is heading back, probably to go back to check the backup sewers and to get the sanctuary backup sanctuary checks. Oh, thank you, my Pink Friday. Ice and Turtle Rock are pendants. Ooh, Mystik taking a death right there. But let's see the Skullwood's big chest has anything of value. And an Ice Palace small. Okay, at least the Ice Palace Monkey is a nice thing to have. Ooh, give the hug. But did pick up that fairy in a bottle, so Incoherent will be able to continue onwards. The true boss of Hyrule Castle finding the rope with the key. Alright, so let's go to the back here of Sanctuary. There's 3 chests. And even more garbage. Yes, freeze Gibdos. It's a quite lovely steed. Alright, so Skullwood's not paying off too much. Ah, twitch out there, ye. Alright, we're finding Agina's cave here. Which holds just 10 arrows. Mystik checking out some of the pod area. Ah, but who wants to go dig in? All that time and only getting 100 rubies for it. Yeah, somewhere in that range probably. I didn't quite count. Mercuic? No, he didn't. No, they did not. He just quickly bounced out of there. Yes, it was money up there at Zora. You got 50 rubies for 500. Alright, Mystik heading over here to Western Dark Death Mountain, trying some of those entrances over here. Well, Incoherent searches the south part of Dark World to figure out if we can find anything here. Ooh, Tower of Hera at Hype Cave. Alright, Incoherent doing Herapot strats. Gonna go check out the 2 chests up there. Unfortunately, no weapon to really kill Moldorm with, so we just check out those 2 chests and be out of here. First try. And a compass to Pod, I believe. Alrighty, Mystik taking a look here deeper into Turtle Rock. We do have one small key, and I'm not that well versed in key logic here with Turtle Rock. So I apologize in advance if I say something wrong in terms of key logic here. Ooh, there's the potion shop. I shall remember that. Thank you, Walkix. Mystik running out of magic there, having to resort to the bombs. But gets the key. I don't think I've seen those. Oh, and he gets rewarded with just bombs. More bombs. Oh, and happy 1 hour mark, everybody. So an hour in, we've got a hook shot, an ice rod, boots and pearl, And that's really about it. Maybe some small keys here and there, big key. Couple shields as well, you're right. Looks like incoherent. We'll also take a little bit of a dip here into Turtle Rock. And Mystik getting back through the Super Bunny Cave connector. But Mystik checking sick kid here. And he's got the big key to Ganon's tower. Okay. Huh. Okay, trying to think here. Where can we still check that we haven't looked yet that could possibly contain some sort of probably weapon? So I'm assuming that's probably what both runners are trying to think of at this point. Where can I get a decent weapon? Incoherent picking up their Ganon Tower big keys. And to answer the question in chat, I believe, unless one of those two first chests on right side is the map chest, then no. I do apologize. I should be more well versed in what chests are called, but I am not. Ah, thank you. I am going to learn the names of these chests over the weekend. Alright, Incoherent taking a look here in Misery Mire. looks like our runners are retracing each other's steps right now. Oh, goodness gracious me. Incoherent finds the mirror. And I don't think Mystik, when they took the plunge into Misery Mire, did not get that chest. I don't know if they were short a key or anything like that, but they could have been. And there's the lamp as well. Wow. Alright, so Misery Mire was holding up us quite a bit. At least in terms of checks, but we do have a lamp, which is a nice fire source if we need it, but also illuminates all of these dark rooms. So yes, some sort of progression. Huzzah! And Incoherent gonna officially take that lantern, put it to good use, and finish checking the back of Escape. Though if anything can be said about this heat, it's been a little bit healthy. I severely hope not. But we are checking the floating island, and it does have a full heart container. Okay, and Incoherent finds another entrance here to Paradox Cave. Now it's found up at the Tower of Hera. So this is good. This is 7 checks that we can look at here. A pod small key, excuse me. Paradox Cave having some stuff. We've got the book. We've got a bow. We finally have a weapon of some sort. Let's go. We got to head back to GT. We got to climb it right now. Let's go. Let's go. But also in that news, since we found the bow, if we can find Eastern Palace, then that is fully clearable. Looks like the other exit there out of Paradox Cave leads to the other side of the desert, somewhere in that area. And the Ether Tablet holding out quite a bit of rubies. Mystik checking out in Gina's cave. Oh, sorry about that, Chad. If I confused you guys about checking the Ether Tablet, they actually got it. And another pod small key. Huh, with those two, I may be thinking about going back into pod. Alright, so nothing on Mimic Cave Ledge. Alright, Mystik finding Tower of Hera. We'll probably do the same thing Incoherent did, where they do the Hera pot strats and get up there and take a look at those two chests. Yes, the only way to enter Paradox Cave is through the Tower of Hera's normal entrance. And that makes me a little giddy inside. Okay, that's a little interesting. Mystik orphaning the big key chest now. We do know it's nothing from our side, but... Oh, there they go. They're going back in there. Never mind. Ooh, incoherent find mini Moldorn cave up at the king's tomb. Nice little location to find. Well, we didn't find a sword, but we found the cane of Samaria. Well, that is a nice find to have. Alright, incoherent now that they are a little bit more well equipped, is going to start the climb up Agate's tower. Now, we can only check this first chest right now because we don't have any of the keys. I want to say Mystik is screwed, but they are missing that mirror, which was in Misery Mire, which they could have gotten. Yeah, it's not the end of the world, but it would definitely be helpful. Alright, looks like Incoherent is going to take a couple of those pod keys that they have found and dip pod here. Let's see what the nice dungeon has to offer. Alright, so far a small key to Turtle Rock and Pod. Yeah, the swords have got to be someplace stupid. Alright, Incoherent over here at the race game. Potentially going to pick up that cane of Burna. Oh, and Mystik's heading back into Misery Mire. That'll be super helpful because they will find that lamp and that mirror. But we also find Blind's hut. Oh, and a hammer! And finally, we got a stabby stab. A sword is in Blind's hut. Alright, Blind holding out on us there. Pretty good thief this round. Alright, so Incoherent is in a pretty good shape right now, considering all that we have found. We've got some weapons now. We can probably start heading into some of the dungeons we found and start clearing those. And there's Mystik with the mirror. Oh, but they dip out too soon. They don't have the lamp. Oof. Alright, well, Incoherent is heading back into the Tower of Terror, and we'll finish this thing off. Alright, there we go for Incoherent. It might not be a... Most likely it's just because it gives you that light access to the dark rooms. Lamp has a bit more relevance here in Crosskeys than it does in mostly other modes. Alright, so we at least know all of our pendants now. Tower of Terror, Ice Palace, and Turtle Rock. Alright, we are going to go take a look and see what is on the Bombos tablet. We'll be able to find out what it is, but not get it. Ooh, and it's Ether on Bombos. Still need to find another store to pick up that medallion, but we now know at least where Ether is. Well, Mystik finding their way into not Spectacle Rock, into Paradox Cave. And now that Incoherent's a little more well equipped, we're going to see more of Ganon's Tower. Welcome, Raiders! Glad to have you here. We're doing a Link to the Past Crossworld Key Sanity Tournament. Our players Incoherent and Mystik, an hour 26 minutes, and Incoherent well into the lead at this point just by the items they have available to them. The Red King was down in, if I remember correctly, it was in Mini Moldorm Cave. Which I cannot remember where it is. Oh, King's Tomb. That's right, because that's where Mini Moldorm is at. Thank you. Alright, so we get a small key. We get the large key. I can talk. The big key. The Turtle Rock on right side. Now we're heading over to the left. Hey, we can go swimming. We got some flippers. Yeah, small key to Tower of Hera. A Master Sword. And another bottle. All right. Who called most of the swords being in GT? As Incoherent continues to show us more stuff here in GT, Mystik is heading through Hyrule Castle here, back to one of its connectors. That's right, heading back into the Mire area. Gonna check the Desert Ledge. Maybe after checking that entrance first. Which we find the back of Skull Woods. And the Power Glove is in GT. Alright, if I'm reading this seat correctly, I wanted you to go to Misery Mire first to go pick up your mirror and your lamp. Then to head over to Blindside, which is at the entrance to the race game, to pick up like a hammer and all that fun stuff. Go to Mini Moldorm Cave, which is at King's Tomb. Lots of things hidden behind that mirror. Sorry, I didn't finish my train of thought because I didn't think it all the way through. Alright, Mystik finding Spike Cave. Yes, J. Coper, Zelda in a lot of ways. Another GT small key back there. And the pod big key. Yes, someone randomized all the entrances. Gosh dang them. Alright, now with that Power Glove, we'll be able to check some of these rock locations. there's the big key to Thieves Town on the Hyrule Lake. Yeah, I'm going to be with Jake Cobra on this one. I think the fire rod's going to be in Thieves Town somewhere. We do know it's not in the front 4 because all that was in there was bombs, and then and then 50 rubies up in the front. Alright, Incoherent buying some upgrades here. Can't blame him for that. The Mystik will soon find Mini Moldworm Cave, which will have the Cane of Samaria in it. Alright, here we go. Incoherent looking up towards more of the catfish area. Mystik heading into King's Tomb. Alright, the catfish just having bombs. But Incoherent with their flippers is going to check also here the Zora. We know that Zora doesn't have much. Mystik quickly catching up in terms of item collection that Incoherent has. Look at their Cane of Burner here, and then if they check that entrance right there at the front of Race Game, they will find Blind Set, which has our hammer and our first sword. And now with those beam swords, it's going to be a lot easier to get through my here for Incoherent. Alright, 10 bomb pack further into Misery Mire. Alright, if I recall right, Mystik's probably going to head back up into Pop because it is right there at the front of Tavern. Great game, thanks. The compass to Misery Mire in Misery Mire. Mystik making short work of those mimics. Okay, now Mystik is doing something that Incoherent did not do. Once Incoherent did go back in the pod and check those chests, but did not go further on. So we'll see if the back of pod has some more items back here. Alright, an Incoherent into the Vitreous fight. And using the Cane of Burner to help damage those eyes. Great move. Mystik finding an Aga Tower Castle key. And there is the other castle tower key. Oh, Mystik not happy about that. J. Cooper, Lumberjack, yeah, it's a Cackwell. I missed this being Mimic Cave over here when we first checked this at the beginning of the game. But only having a bloopy. Alright, Incoherent finding the back of Desert Palace here. We'll take that key and we'll head off to the Land Molus. Which is something that Mystik did not do. They found it and we took the key and took it to the front part of Desert Palace. So they will have to find that Desert Palace small key out there somewhere. incoherent. We do know where the Thief Town Big Key is, but I forgot to write down where it is. Incoherent does have it. But as far as items, well, I think logically the Fire Rod is still in logic because of Skull Woods. But as I'm looking at our trackers, which I say thank you very much to them, it does look like that's it. Alright, so incoherent checking out here the other desert entrances, finding the back of Skull Woods. And we'll most likely take this one on. Mystik heading back into GT. We'll at the very least find their Master Sword plus a few other items. Yeah, but just as I thought, incoherent going to go take on Mothula. And nice play using Quake to get all 4 Gyptos on the screen at the same time. Mystik finding their Master Sword. Alright, incoherent down into the Mothula fight. And to do this one purely on Master Sword. Oh, did forget that they do have the hammer. Incoherent remembering that they have some blue goo to help with this fight. And down goes Mothula. And Mothula has our 3rd sword. Well, that is a nice thing to find. Now with the tempered sword, it's going to be a little bit easier to take down some enemies. And incoherent going to check out Spike Cave. And finding a small key to Misery Mire. Okay, not saving and quitting to get out. Still fast rats. Mystik gonna go take a look over on the right side of GT. They're finishing up the left side. Incoherent is going to go open up the front side of Vanilla Misery Mire. Let's see what's in here. Rich, no, we have not found the dam yet. Still on the hunt for that. Alright, and another entrance to Turtle Rock. Right now that we have a couple keys here to Turtle Rock, we're going to go take a look at the front part. Okay, a cape. Incoherent, we'll check out where the main entrance of Turtle Rock, will lead us out to. And it leads us out to Bumper Ledge. Wow. Now there's a location for you. Alright, Incoherent is going to head back into pod. Check a lot of the things that Mystik has already checked. Mystik checking their maps, make sure they've got some more knowledge here on what dungeons are required. And we'll head back into the Tower of Hera to kill Trolldorm. And Incoherent taking those keys and heading, not checking items, but heading back to Helmasaur. Mystik takes shoulder him down with ease. Alright, and to Helmasaur we go for Incoherent. That is true. We might need the Mythra Fire Rod to find our missing entrances. Alright, Helmasaur only having bombs on him. Alright, and Mystik is going back into Thieves Town. They have the small key, they have the big key. This is fully clearable. For all of us who want the Fire Rod in here, which is one that I specifically hope for we get. Well, Heron having a little trouble getting through that hallway, but gets through there just fine. And Incoherent is now going to go check the top of Hyrule Castle. Alright, Chicken Hut has a mail upgrade for us. Oh, and there is Swamp at the top of Hyrule Castle. And there is Eastern. Wow, Hyrule Castle having all the dungeons. At least the ones we were still really in search of. So we still need the Dam to do that one, but we can at least do Eastern. That is fully clearable right now. Alright, so nothing in the big key chest. Alright, Bombos in Eastern Palace. Oh, and there is the Fire Rod in the Eastern Palace big key chest. Woo! All right, Mystik making quick work of blind there. Good fight. And a red meringue over there on Armos. And it looks like Mystik will find those two entrances up there. So if I'm looking at everything correctly here, Incoherent is technically in go mode, minus missing the damn location. And Mystik will be soon to follow. That is, of course, if mitts are not required. Yes, mitts on pedestal would be evil, but then again, yeah, I'm in agreement with you. I kind of like it. That is true. It could. Ice Palace is still missing, but hey, you're right. It could happen. I got one could also still be required. We do know where both keys are. And Ice Palace still eludes us. Alright, Incoherent gonna go check back here in the back of the Skull Woods entrance. And speaking of Ice Palace, it of course had to be there. Alright, get the hype out here for Pet C. We may have it, we may not have it, but we're gonna look at see what it is. I think that was the map to Desert Palace? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Something with desert we don't need. Alright, well, Incoherent is going to take the dip into Ice Palace, and I can't say I blame them. It's in an inconvenient location. You're here, you've theoretically got everything to complete this. Oh, and the Ice Palace Big Key is in Ice Palace. Well, alrighty then. Coherent having just a little bit of difficulty setting this one up. Gets it there, but gets another compass. At this point, Incoherent is probably looking for the Titan's mitts, if anything. But even then, I think there's only one location that unlocks. We have access to the Maya area through Hyrule Castle's entrances. I gotta think they'd just be looking for Titan's men at this point, just to make sure that they can cover any entrances. We still need the dam. That is basically the only thing Incoherent is missing. So we can kind of say Incoherent is kind of in a pseudo-go mode right now. Mystik back into Misery Mire here. Oh, that is true. There are a couple more locations that I was not thinking of with those Titan mitts. Alright, Incoherent to the Cold Stare fight. And a very quick kill. Nice fight. And we find a key to pod. Alright, Ice Palace was kind of a bust. checkerboard location? I want to say yes, but now that I think back, I don't think they did, but I could be 100% wrong. Alright, Incoherent heading back into pod area, most likely in search of those Titan myths yet again. And another key to Misery Mire that we do not need. Alright, Mystik heading into the Vitreous fight. And Incoherent gets that second key to the castle tower. You gotta think, if he is thinking about those Titansmiths, he's gotta be thinking Aga 1 at this point because the well is at the Lumberjack Cave. A little surprising there, Mystik not using the bow. Yes, Incoherent has cleared EP. And there's the flute! Huh! Conveniently located, so everyone, rise up, get ready for the Hyrule National Anthem. And the goose is loose! Alright, Incoherent heading back over to the Eastern Palace area, probably most likely to do Thieves Town. We'll be orphaning the big key chest, but as we all know that contains nothing of importance, but it could be always in the back of his mind thinking, did I leave that? I left that alone. Is it there? Mystik heading back into the back of Skull Woods to take care of Mothula. And while our runners are doing this, I want to give a huge shout out to them. If you haven't given them a follow, please do. They put this on for us for our entertainment. So if you haven't followed them, please do so. Give them one. Also, followers to our trackers who are keeping me and staying enough to know what I'm talking about. this Mothula fight is going to be the same as that Incoherent had, but a lot quicker with those hammer strats. We pounded a bug and got the bacon sword after that. Yeah, I've got to think at this point now, if Incoherent is spending this much time looking for the Titan's Miss, that the dam has to be behind one of those locations. Yes, instead of the ice rod hunt, it is now a Mets hunt. And blind is down for Incoherent. Alright, Incoherent heading up to Death Mountain here. Ooh, now Mystik can check something that Incoherent hasn't done in Turtle Rock, and that is that torch room with the two chests that are once you activate all the torches. And Incoherent looking like they're on their way to fight Trinex. Finding another GT key. Yes, purple chest does require miss because you have to complete the Smith's chain in order to get it. Oh, an Incoherent locked out of beating Trinex. Alright, so nothing over there in the entrance to Turtle Rock. Mystik checking the checkerboard cave location. Oh, that's right. Nobody has done the mushroom chain. Alright, incoherent hearing back up to Ganon's tower. We are going to make the climb, everyone. Right after we do the rest of the left side. Okay, there's that small key to Desert Palace. That is something that, if I remember right, it was Mystik that's going to need it. Alright, incoherent now making the climb. Mystik heading back into pod here. We'll probably go out to take care of Helmasaur. Alora, you bring up a good point. I did forget that the Thieves Hideout in Lost Woods is at the pyramid. So once we finish the climb, we could go check that. Yes, no one has climbed Aga 1. Mystik missing up the hammer yump there. We'll give it another go. And the Lamo is fighting much easier with that fire rod. Alright, Mr. Gaming heading back out of pod. Maybe not, I lied. He's likely heading back in to take care of Helmasaur. Alright, here we go. Was the climb worth it? First two chests. And there they are, the Titan's mitts. Yes, big wow. Alright, incoherent, I'm gonna go check the Ice Palace entrance here, see if the dam is there. Nope, just the big bomb shop. You're right, it could be the big bomb, but we do know that actually that is a connector, and it is not worth it. Right, big shot is hook shot cave. All right, we're gonna check the peg cave here. And I wonder if Incoherent will remember that the Smiths are literally right next to each other. It's just a mirror away. Magic powder. And Mystik taking on Helmsor King and takes him down. Alright, Incoherent gonna go check the vanilla entrance to Turtle Rock here. What secrets do you hold? And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, at 2 hours, 26 minutes, and roughly 20 seconds. Incoherent is officially entered into go mode. Now, Incoherent, all they have to do is head back to the top of Hyrule Castle, go mode Swamp, and then head back to the Smith's location, the Magic Bat location, to take on the pig. Answering the question in the chat, Duncan Zader, the estimated 2 hours, 15 minutes that you see there is normally on average, that's about roughly how much time it should take to complete a seed. Sometimes seeds are much faster to complete based off the requirements. Some are much slow. Some can be slower than that time. Alright, an incoherent into swamp. Now, will Mystik dive Ice Palace? Doesn't look like it. That'll save him some time. But at this point now, this is Incoherent's race to lose. Mystik really needs to do a step back into GT to get the rest of the stuff. Mainly their Titan's mitts. And the small key to Desert Palace. Oh, a Skullwood small key. Oh, but Mystik is making a play to Agus Tower, which we know is not required this seed. But I gotta think with him missing those two items, which we know are in GT, left side and on the climb, the well looks pretty good if he goes out, if he continues to go on and beat Aga. Which it looks like Mystik will continue to make the climb up Aga's Tower. And Argus is down. And that is 7 crystals for Coherent. And they will be off to the Ganon fight. Alrighty, here we go, guys. Here's Ganon. So Mystik right now is looking for the Titan's Mint and the small key to Desert Palace. They took the small key from the back of Desert Palace to open up quite a bit in the front. And so now we're having to find that key in the overworld. Alright, the Mystik in the Aga 1 fight. And Incoherent in the 3rd phase of Ganon. Mystik not taking too kindly to Aga's blue balls. And Mystik taking care of Aga 1. And Incoherent takes down the pig. We have bacon! And just over get your GGs in chat there within a time of 2 hours, 34 minutes, and 6 seconds. Incoherent is your winner. Yeah, this one was an interesting seed. We are going to see what's in the back of the well here. We know it's nothing, but there is the final mail upgrade. Our final sword upgrade. And that's about it. And Mystik finally heading back into GT. GG Incoherent, GG's.
Woo, what a race. I'm shocked.
That was a very grueling seed.
So, two things that I'm sure everyone's curious about. I don't know if my audio was on the restream or not.
It was.
We were using your audio this entire time. We can't pass up on a Celeste MSC. Let's be real.
So I'm sure someone's thinking, okay, well, wasn't there a Madeline sprite added this week? And yes, there was. But when I tried it, the head of Madeline is kind of hard to see the direction of, so doing Icebreaker is actually harder. So I decided to switch back to a sprite I can actually see the sides of. The second thing, no, I didn't know that Ice Rod was in logic for Meyer.
Yeah, who knew?
There was a point later in the seed where I was like, wait a second, that Ice Rod was on Laser Bridge. How was that in logic? Then I realized all 3 shields are available.
Yes. So, speaking of Meyer, you actually went in there quite a bit later than Mystik did, but Mystik didn't go check over on the left side and forgot and orphaned the mirror and the lamp for quite a bit of time.
Yeah, I knew with the big key that those checks were in logic because of Fishbone Room. But I was almost last locationing Meyer because I didn't think it was actually in logic to do that.
Yeah, and everything seemed to be kind of behind that mirror.
And then at the end of the seed, I'm like, okay, I need 3 of these 4 entrances to be the things I need, and of course they weren't, so I needed mitts, and having orphaned some really weird things I'm sure people are commenting on.
Yeah, we were wondering as you were continuing to search through dungeons and checking chests and everything, we're like, what is he searching for? And then we finally pieced it together. Oh, he must know that he needs Titan because the dam is behind some place that needs it. Yeah,
the Castle Top and the Highly Lake were my last 4, and I needed 3 things from them, and I figured at that point, like... And then I skipped 2 things in Eastern anyway, because I felt like it.
Because why not, right? So were there any other items in Incoherent that you were like, it's really here, or Why did the seed have to leave it till now?
I mean, I spent an hour wandering around with a hook shot, an ice rod, a quake medallion, and nothing else.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The first hour, we practically had nothing. And then once the mirror came into play for you, then everything kind of started just falling right into your lap.
You know, the hammer and the sword gave you a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and it does look like Mystik, just for us, looks like probably has forfeited at this point. We'll see if we can't get Mystik in here real quickly. GG's, Mystik.
Hey, GG, bud. So, stupid Desert Palace, Smokey.
Yeah.
I have to know, Incoherent, did you keep it or scum it from the north exit?
Sorry, the music's too loud on my screen still. What were you asking about?
The Desert Small, did you take it out of the north one and then keep it after checking
I don't like that keysteel play, so no, I didn't. I did actually find it somewhere. I forget where.
Yeah, it was in GT. I just found it.
I wasn't paying attention because at that point I was like, alright, we're climbing.
Oh, yeah. So where's the dam? That's the only thing I haven't found.
TR entrance. Needed the mitts from the top of GT.
Oh, well, yeah, that explains that. But yeah, had I not stolen that key, I'd at least had Desert Palace done a lot earlier. Because it led to the TR, or not TR, Thieves Town small, and I kept it because of that. Or I didn't save scum it because of that, I should say. But GG's, man.
GG's. Thanks for taking out the number 1 seed for me.
You're welcome. I didn't get as lucky this time, so... Yeah, now this seed felt pretty rough, even despite some of the dumb mistakes I made early on. Like, I forgot the lobby chest in Meyer that had the mirror. Even dipped it with the ice rod and crap.
Yeah, the thing I forgot was when I got the lamp, I was just like, oh yeah, I'm mirroring out, and I forgot to go to left side with it, which was kind of silly.
Yeah, I ended up checking those the, like, third time I went in there, because of forgetting the lamp the first time. Or not the lamp, So I didn't get the lamp or the mirror the first time I went into Meyer. I just completely blanked on doing those chests.
Yeah, those chests are in logic with a big key because of Fishbone Room, which is my favorite bit of key logic.
I was like, oh, I don't have a light source. I don't need to go left side and left. Even go hit the switch or anything. So, that was that. That put me quite a bit behind to getting everything else.
Yeah, I think it was over an hour before I even got into Misery Mire because I didn't think the Ice Rod was in logic to go past Mire 2.
And then forever for Sword and Hammer. It was crazy.
Yeah, the only other thing I think I had at that point was bombing the ball and chain guards, which, no.
Yeah, I put off Castle Tower for a while. I just did it before I went and found the Desert Small in GT. Because I was like, okay, I either need the mitts or I need... This one connector I haven't checked is going to be the dam. Oh well. It was hitting midnight. I was like, okay, I'm done as soon as he done. It's midnight for me, so...
That's getting close for me that time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was also already a pretty late scheduled match, and you have George rolling the seat, so...
Yeah.
Blame me, I
Thanks,
guess.
George.
We both kind of saw that hash, went, oh no, that's a bad sign.
And as if making the Ocarina of Time randomizer community hate me wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Let's get a whole new community for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Part of why I played this mode was because it can just troll you in really interesting ways, like making you kill wizards with an ice rod and no other weapons.
Yep. The first time I found Meyer, I even went into it, looked at it, and I don't have anything to kill the wizards, and left. Went back and was like, the ice rod works, right? I've never had to use the ice rods on the wizards. Ever.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been that one.
And then I just did a dumb bunch of. I just checked like and Mir ended up being last location for me in the light world stuff because of everything else.
Really like to know what's going on with the music right now. The music is like duplicating or something. I don't know. It's like playing twice or something. Right, should be fixed now. Sorry about that, everyone. But yeah, it was a nice match. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was a good match. I wasn't as far behind. I mean, I was behind, but I wasn't as far back behind as I guess I thought I was with the mirror location. Because climbing was kind of like all I had left. And Swamp and Ganon weren't going to be too terribly long.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If you pick the other tower, then maybe this is a different result even.
Yeah. Maybe, because I still would have had... I just skipped out on checking locations and gunned it for GT again. I may have been a little better. I was like, I gotta find Dam and I need that stupid desert key, so I'll just check everything along the way.
Alright.
Yeah. GG's man, good luck in the next round. We'll see.
GG, good luck with your next match too.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I was shocked to even get in, so thank you to the 2 people that dropped, and then thank you for the miracle last week. So I've met my goal for this tournament. I don't care what happens the rest of the way.
Well, you're not out yet. It is a double elimination tournament, so I believe you're dropping to Lisa's bracket round 2. I don't have the brackets up right now. Let's check the brackets. Let's see who you're facing. That's the wrong command. There you go. That's
I mean, my goal for the tournament is top 32, and I think I already made that, so everything else is gravy.
So, loser of 49, so... You are facing Freddy.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll see what happens there.
What are you thinking about that matchup?
Oh, like I said, I'm at the point, I've just... Like, my only goal was to actually make it into the tournament, because honestly, I hate this mode as a, like, head-to-head matchup. So I was just... My goal was just to make it in. I only joined, I blame Dazed and Top Life. Just because every time they join a tournament, I try to do it with them. So...
Mystik, you will be facing Violent Pumpkin in the next round. Any thoughts about that?
Oh, is that? I thought it was Freddy. Incoherent?
Incoherent. Sorry, incoherent. Sorry, I messed up with one.
Yeah, I don't know Violent Pumpkin that well. I know that match was going on right before ours, and I wouldn't have been able to watch it anyway because I think it probably finished after we started. But we'll see how that goes.
Well, with that being said, we do have... There's still lots of cross-key matches. We don't have confirmation of which one of these will be restreamed. I know that I myself, if there's commentators and trackers, will be available on Saturday at 8 PM Eastern for Andy versus someone, 3 to 5. Or midnight UTC on Saturday. Essentially from the night to Friday or Saturday, but... As far as I see here, there's no commentators or trackers signed up for that yet, so that has to be confirmed. There's still there's so many matches, but like it's really hard to find commentators and trackers. It's actually really interesting. But yeah, aside from that, we've got the OTR weeklies if you want to join those, and the Ocarina of Time GSR tournament is also continuing this weekend, with matches in both winners bracket round 2, 3, and losers bracket round 2. But yeah, for the full schedule, you can always type !schedule. Check the ZeldaSpeedRuns schedule for everything that happens. But yeah, with that being said, is there anything else you want to talk about?
I'm good on my end.
Mystik, anything from you?
Thanks for the restream, guys.
No problem.
Good luck the rest of the way, Incoherent.
Alright. Incoherent, final words of
Yep.
the day?
GG, good luck, Mystik. Thanks for commentating and restreaming.
Alright, and don't forget to send love to our beautiful trackers. If you do want to unmute and say some words at the lower end of Origin, you are absolutely free to. But yeah, it was an awesome restream, awesome match. And we'll catch you next time. See you around, everyone.
Take care.